Morning, Beetle people. Good morning, VC. Good morning, Rhino fans. Hope everyone's joining in today for our little announcement. Just saw on the line that Rhino has announced the two rock albums that will be released today, actually July 12th. I guess this afternoon you could pre-order. And these look like two good ones. I think based on my taste, it's just my opinion. I think these will sell out. Only 5,000 copies. The typical Rhino treatment, all analog, Kevin Gray, liner notes. They even have a new, Rhino has a new inner sleeve. So, I'm not going to keep you waiting, but cheers. Got the Sun cup here. It's early in the morning. I'm sure it's early wherever you are. But the two records are these. Bad Company, self-titled. Yes, Relayer. Two of my favorites, two of my youths. Growing up in high school, these were probably got these the first week they came out. If not, I heard them the first day they came out on WNEW, probably before that, maybe taped them on cassette. But two great picks. In my predictions, I did not go with Atlantic, and I did not go with the Swan Song, which are Atlantic, all part of WEA, which is all part of Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers, WEA is Warner, Atlantic, and Asylum, I believe, WEA. And that's all, stuck into the Warner Brothers Rhino catalog now. So Rhino has their pick. So they picked Relayer, and this is an original gatefold. And I really love this album. It's more like a jazz rock fusion. It doesn't have Rick Wakeman. Rick Wakeman bowed out. It has Patrick Morantz's first tour of duty with Yes. Here's the original inner, which I'm sure we'll get a replica of. And there's the custom Atlantic Yes Relayer album. Now these have been redone. I have the Steve Wilson's box set. I was going to say Steve Allen. Steve Allen was a great rock and roller in his own right. I think Steve Allen from the television show, the Steve Allen Celebrity, I think he's one of the most prolific songwriters of all time if you go back and check. But, stuff that we don't even remember anymore. But here you have Relayer and Bad Company. First Bad Company, Paul Rodgers and gang. Great stuff. And this was the first record on this label. That's the inner. First record on this label, Swan Song, which is Led Zeppelin's company at the time. And this was recorded at Headley Grange, the old house where Zeppelin recorded. Maybe they recorded, Houses of the Holy, or just has a great sound. So this is a living, breathing studio. Don't know the details, but I'm sure when we get these records, it will be on. So two great picks just announced. I think these will be nice sellouts. Myself, I wouldn't have picked these records because I think copies of these in really good condition are affordable and are out there. So I'm looking forward to getting them because I want to do an AB when I do receive mine. Hopefully, I'll order them today, and it won't take 2 months or a month to receive them as when I ordered the Black Sabbath self-titled. But just some other notes that the Rhino people were talking about. They were talking about trying to get some British bands on the list, like the Smiths, Joy Division, even more Black Sabbath. They're trying to fix their shipping. They indicated that they unfortunately sometimes have to use a third party to ship their records in, and they're trying to focus on correcting any of the third party mishaps as far as using poorly secured mailers, record mailers, and are trying to fix that. Let me see what else did we hear today. New black Rhino inner. It'll have Rhino on the top of the black inner. Let me see here. Getting back to Bad Company, though. Bad Company is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Hard to believe. I did a whole video on Paul Rodgers, any of his bands. Paul Rodgers was in Free. Paul Rodgers was solo, had great solo records. I would recommend you looking those up. Just a great rock voice, and they're not in the Hall of Fame, Rodgers or the band. So this just has great, just is like a FM, an FM record that we heard on FM radio throughout the years. It's still on classic radio. Same with, yes, Relayer. Maybe not as much. Relayer was more of an FM. This was probably AM, singles, Can't Get Enough, Bad Company, Moving On, Don't Let Me Down, Ready for Love, just amazing. Paul Rodgers, Mick Ralphs, Buzz Burrell, Simon Kirke on drums, and the drums on this are really, really well recorded. And there's the lads there. This is a 50th anniversary, and this is a 50th anniversary. So, and this is one of my favorite Yes albums as well. This has Steve Howe, Alan White, Chris Squire, John Anderson, and Patrick Morantz. Side 1 is Gates of Delirium, 2155, and side 2 is Sound Chaser, 925, and To Be Over, 908. So this is really a record that you would want to hear on a 33 and a third rather than, the 45 where you have to get up and you're going to cut these records basically in half. Maybe you'd have, you would cut, each record would have a side, and Gates of Delirium would have to be side 1 and side 2 of one of the 45s. So there you have it. I was wrong in my predictions. I was wrong. I kept with Warner. 1974. Of course, I thought about the WIA collection, Atlantic, Swan Song, Asylum, but didn't go with it. So there you have it. You can pre-order these, $50. I think if you do Rhino, $100 orders or free shipping, which is really nice. And that's coming up on July 12th, 2024, probably after a certain time, maybe after 12 o'clock, I'm not sure, but you could go to the website now and see it. And like I said, Rhino admits that there's a problem with shipping, and Rhino admits that there's some, real problems with people getting bent records. They work so hard on trying to get the great product out, and now I think they're going to work extra hard to try to get that product to you in really good condition. So, once again, Relayer, first Patrick Morantz, great artwork. $1974. This is an OG. 1974. I'll just show you the inners again. I'm sure we'll get an inner like this with Rhino. Has the date, 1974. Topographical music. That's a beautiful pressing. I have multiple copies of these records. I could really use a new Bad Company. So I'm really happy about that. My Relayer is probably near mint. And there's the inner. These were 698 list back in 1974. 698 list. And this was 698 list as well. So 698 list back in 1974 would probably translate to a maybe a $5 record, $4 record, depending on the store, discount it. The stores would get discounts if they bought quantity, and in those days they'd pass them along to you. So you'd probably pick up this record for $5.99, $4.99, or around that area. So now they're going for 50 and plus. And if you don't buy them right away, they're going to sell out. Now the Black Sabbath was selling for $45.50 with shipping and tax or whatever, and now they're selling for easily for $120 online. Not to say that these will be as in demand. I don't see why not. If you're a rock and roll fan, these are two classics, and they're two different genres. This is straightforward blues rock. This is straightforward jazz rock fusion at its best. So thanks a lot, and I want to thank everyone for subbing. Really helps us. All the likes and all the comments. I really love the comments. I really love hearing from everybody. We're trying to bring you, news that could help you. And this, like I said, if you don't know the announcements already, you're just hearing it now. Go to Rhino, sign up, try to get these records if you can. I also want to hope that people who haven't subbed will sub. We really appreciate it. So once again, we have Relayer, Bad Company. Keep rocking. Take care. Stay well. See you soon.